Couple days before Christmas. That's where we find him. Although it was the holidays, Azekah's eyes were a bit dim.
Oh, my reputation's in a slump and my channel's gone under.
Though it was himself that was responsible for this blunder.
The year's almost over and it ended just like before. People are always asking me, why don't you upload more?
So he pondered and he thunk. For a while, he thought.
I'll make a Christmas video. Sure, why not?
And he said he would upload more, but everybody knew that Azekah's new channel, well, it kind of blew. There was no trace of Pony, no matter where you would look, so he decided this Christmas, maybe he should read another horse book.
The great city of Canterlot slept like an innocent child. A quiet hush over the capital, so graceful and styled. The fillies and ponies rest easy to believe that tomorrow would be another great hearts-warming eve. Celestia and Luna spent this night together. These moments between them, they learned to treasure. When all of a sudden, their fireplace did a roar, and out plopped a stranger flat onto the floor. "Identify yourself," Luna did cry with a fiery hot rage, her long horn glowing bright and right to engage. Celestia was less gung-ho about the man in the room, calming her sister before she brought down his doom. He wore a bright red suit and dark black boots, and a thick white beard with long settled roots. His cheeks were pink and a flushed healthy look, and whenever he moved, his fat belly shook. Before Celestia could ask the weird man his name, he jumped in a move that put Rainbow Dash to shame, and landed up with his belly jiggling like half-frozen honey, speaking in a loud voice that gave Luna a run for her money. "Ho, ho, ho," he said, and shook Luna's hoof with a smile. "You're hard mares to find, hope this was worthwhile." Luna jerked back her leg and scowled at the stranger, still seeing him as a grossly overweight danger. "I don't mean to be rude," the white sister said next. "But why are you here?" she asked in a voice surely complexed. The fat man laughed again and took off his red cap, tucking it under his arm and closing his mitted hands with a clap. "Celestia and Luna, I make my story very quick. You see, where I come from, I'm known as Saint Nick. And every time round this year, I go and deliver toys to all the little girls and good little boys. But here is my problem," Saint Nick said with remorse. "I have 8 magic reindeer that steer my course. They've fallen quite sick and could no longer fly, and Christmas will be cancelled if I can't take to the sky." "That's awful," Celestia gasped. "What can we do? We'll provide whatever we can to help aid you." "Actually," Santa Claus said, putting his hat back in place, "what I need are 2 magical creatures of speed and grace." "We'll be 2 beasts of burnin'," Luna said with a frown. "Not at all," Saint Nick replied with the joyful voice of a clown. "I simply ask of both of you in this one cold winter night that you stand in for my reindeer and help set things right." The white volunteered at once with her hoof up high, and Luna drafted herself as well, with a sigh. "Excellent," Santa said, and rubbed his bright pink nose. They went up the chimney with magic dust red as a rose. They flew up the castle, and when they came to the head, what did they see but Santa's giant crimson sled? "I'll drive it from behind, and you 2 will pull. We can still make good time while the night is still full." Celestia and Luna took their places in front of the sleigh, while Santa crawled into the carriage and the reins asway. He struck the leather strips to goad the princesses to move, and Luna's eyes glowed bright to show that she did not approve. When the 2 princesses lifted the big sled into the air, Santa called out their names from his carriage's chair. On Celestia, on Luna, time to spread presents and gifts. Our first stop at Dover and her white cliffs. And so they took off, violating the laws of time and space, to arrive at Earth at a simply astoundingly quick pace. And in a time that both princesses could best reckon, all of England had been gifted in what seemed like a second. With no time to waste, they raced across Europe as well. No time to dawdle, and no time to dwell. Africa, Asia, the Americas too. Presents appeared wherever they flew. With the last present delivered, Saint Nick jumped back on his ride, his relief and good cheer impossible to hide. Celestia and Luna, I cannot express in the least how much you have helped from the west to the east. Always happy to help, Celestia replied with her radiant glow. Luna simply nodded so very slowly with her gaze held low. Luna, cheer up, Santa said. You helped save Christmas and more. If it weren't for you and your sister, children would find tomorrow a bore. We thank you for your gratitude, but we must admit that after this night, my sister and I will once again split. Our moments together are rare, and after this night, it will be hard to just visit my sister outright. Santa scratched his great chin and his mind went to work, and he thought up a plan that made him smirk. You two have done so much for me, and it wouldn't seem right to thank you in some way for your help tonight. The guards came into the chambers the morning, and when neither sister was there, they raised a warning. They searched high and low for the two sisters gone, with no pony else capable of raising the dawn. When all of a sudden the sun rose with a flash, and the guards took arms to quickly dash and find the princess who was surely there as the shadowy figure on the balcony stairs. They burst on the scene with spears held level, only to see the back of Saint Nick's clothes as red as the devil. He laughed and handed the captain a note from a big pocket underneath his coat. Dear subjects, it read with hoof writing so neat, do not be alarmed if you could not find us to greet. Saint Nick here will use his magic to raise the sun for our nation. As for Luna and I, well, we'll be taking a vacation. And that was the story of how Celestia and Luna saved Christmas. That was pretty corny. It was a nice poem. I like rhyming. I like the rhyming thing. That's why I read it. Merry Christmas. Hope you guys have a nice holidays. Get lots of good presents. Have nice good times with your family. Eat lots of good food. Good Christmas cheer all around. Good smiles, snow, presents, and everything's good. Good holidays. Happy holidays. Merry Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. All that good stuff. Have a good New Year's as well. Can't forget about the New Year's. Gotta have a good one of those.